Hi y'all, welcome back. Thanks so much for watching these videos. I love talking to y'all, and today I want to talk about something that is super fresh and raw to me. So I kind of want to just talk about it before I move on or I forget or I just get so busy in the semester. But I want to talk about how to make the most of your PhD experience because I feel like there's no handout or large discourse on that. I think we all approach the PhD through different measures, and so I just wanted to candidly talk about what I think can make a successful PhD. And the first thing I think that makes a successful PhD experience is knowing what you want out of the experience. Again, knowing what you want out of the experience is so crucial because so many people will tell you where to go. And that's fine because sometimes we need that help. We need that kind of ushering and guidance to our research projects or our writing topics or our specializations or our course loads. And sometimes we don't. And what I mean by that is that sometimes people might send you down paths that you know in your gut are not where you're going to end up post PhD when you're completed, right? So when you begin your PhD, you also want to think about your ending and where will you be after this? Are you going to be a researcher? Are you going for a tenure track job? Are you going for an alternative type of job? Are you just into teaching? And what are you into teaching or what are you into researching? And if you're not sure, spend some time talking with current students, talking with faculty, and figuring that out. The job market is insanely competitive. To stand out, you have to do so much and you have to do it really well. And so thinking about your specialization is so important. For instance, in my PhD, there was a group of faculty that wanted me to go one way, and in my mind and gut, I wanted to go a different way. And I'm so grateful that I went with my way because when I go out on job interviews, I do so much better with the specializations I chose because they speak to each other and there's something I'm passionate about and the research is something I am into doing for life and wanting to do that work. Or if I listen to other people, it wouldn't be the same. And I've seen that with other PhDs that they listen to other people and they're struggling. So again, making decisions on your own in the PhD is so crucial because only you know who you are and you know who you're going to be after the program. Something else to make your PhD experience successful is to not pause your life. So people put so much weight on the PhD, like, oh my God, I'm in a PhD. I can't do anything. I got to be reading and writing and studying 24/7. And yes, a lot of that is true, but you don't get those 4 to 10 years back when you exit, and you don't want to have any regrets or think that your PhD stole anything from your life experience. So for me, I went in as a mom, and that is a non-traditional way to enter a PhD. Most of my cohort were not parents, although some were in different classes and class levels. And that gave me an edge in terms of life experience and what I wanted and how I wasn't going to let the PhD suck me in. And I gave birth to a second child during the pandemic in the summer of 2021 and did not even take a full maternity leave. I adjusted my workload and pushed it to the end of summer because I could not lose my paycheck. And I didn't stop living. And I'm really glad about that because if I would have stopped living, I would have been not happy because oftentimes you're in the PhD and these really wonderful years of your life and you want to look on those with excitement. So if you want to jump into a relationship, if you want to grow your family, if you want to start your side thing of an Etsy shop or something creative that's not super serious like a PhD, please make space for that. You will not regret it. So again, don't stop living when you enter your PhD. And I would say a final departing thought, and I'm more than happy to speak more on this, but because it's so fresh, how to make the most of your PhD experience is actually getting involved. I know people are overwhelmed with their research and their teaching and their course loads and their reading and writing, but there's so many opportunities for leadership and activism and event planning and being the president or vice president of student organizations. And I did everything I could. I was an assistant director, a first year composition, assistant director of the writing center. I was the president of our Creative Writers Association. I was involved with kids, with the family, with being super busy, and I regret none of that because when you go on the job market, they want to know your leadership. They want to know your service. They want to know that you did more than just teaching or just did your research, because we can all be good researchers and good teachers. And I had like the gift of like teaching for many years before starting my PhD. So teaching wasn't new for me. So I really wanted to get the leadership experience, which I came in with less of. And so thinking that who do you want to be when you leave the PhD? You want to think about the things that you did and how you contributed in a unique way, because you want to stand out and you want to be proud of your work. And I think that we always want to blame time. There's not enough time, but I think that's BS. Like as a parent, I could have made that excuse so many times and I didn't, because there's a way to work hard, there's a way to work efficient, there's a way to not procrastinate. And I think that being a good PhD student means getting involved, joining leadership, just being the best person you can be in your PhD. So when you're done, you're proud of the work you did, because it's often your last educational experience in this capacity, right? It's a terminal degree, the PhD. So think about ways that you contributed and ways that you'll want to contribute more when you enter faculty somewhere else. So yes, get involved and good luck. Don't stop living, and choose your own path, because at the end of the day, this is your life, your experience, and it is a huge, huge milestone to get into a PhD, and you'll do it and you'll do it well, but don't forget about you, okay? I believe in you. Good luck.